What's up, guys? Nate Dog FPV here. Today we're going to be taking a look at some flight footage from our third Baby Hawk R Spec race of the 2018 season. So this is our third race we've done as a Baby Hawk R Spec race. We kind of set this up between a few local chapters. It's kind of a good entry level point for new pilots and things like that. You can just pick up a Baby Hawk, come out and race with us. We've been having a lot of fun. I actually love racing the Baby Hawks, especially when everyone's flying a Baby Hawk. It really keeps things nice and even. It really comes down to more of pilot skill and control opposed to who can go the fastest, because the Baby Hawk can only go so fast. So all the races we've done have been awesome, have been a good time. I actually got third in our first race. In our second race I actually took second. And in our third race, I actually took second again, so doing pretty good, staying on the podium in the spec races. Just one of our pilots is super crazy fast, hits all the lines perfectly, so it's really hard to beat that guy. But I'm happy with second place, had a great time. So you guys can check out the flight footage. So here's the Baby Hawk. So when we do the spec race, it has to be the stock props. Pretty much everything has to be stock on the Baby Hawk. The 2-inch version. Only thing I've done is put the 2.5-inch arms on it, and I've got a little shark fin on there to help with turtle mode. So again, we are allowed to do the 2.5-inch arms, but you still have to run the stock props. So pretty much has to be spec. Alright, here's my medal from the race for second place. So again, pretty cool medal. Big shout out and thanks to Pensacola FPV Racers for getting the medals and putting on the race. Always a good time. Love that those guys do the medals. It gives you something to show for actually winning a race or getting on the podium, so definitely appreciate that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the flight footage, and we'll cut to it in 3, 2, 1.
Alright guys, so here we go with heat 1 of our Baby Hawk Spec race. So starting out, we cut left through the start gate, around the pole, through the noodle gate, go down low through that gate. We're going to go around the flag, up through the anti-gravity gate, come back through the gravity gate, and we've got a double corkscrew here. And we're going to take a sharp left, go around the flag, back to the right through the start gate, and there is lap 1. So this was a pretty fun track, guys. I thought the anti-gravity gate right here was going to be harder, but it actually turned out to be pretty easy. Really, you just kind of get under it and blipper throttle, and it'll shoot you right through it. So had a fun time flying this track, though. Baby Hawks are always fun to race. And again, this track, we set it up to be kind of small and everything close together, so it really made it flow well. So just finished up lap 2 there on heat 1. So far in this heat, everything's going pretty well. Maintaining a pretty good pace, and obviously no crashes yet. Again, the Baby Hawks, if you guys haven't raced Baby Hawks, you definitely need to do it, man. It is awesome, so much fun. Especially when, the way we're doing it with the spec race where everyone has to be running the same Baby Hawk, it really evens up things a lot and just, makes it a lot of fun. And of course, these Baby Hawks can only go so fast, so really when we're racing these things, most of the time we're almost full throttle the entire time. But because it only goes so fast, it makes it a lot easier to control as well. So there we go, finishing up lap 3. So again, at this point, I feel like I'm maintaining a pretty good pace. I feel like I'm on pace to probably get 5 laps this time. Almost there to finish up lap 5, and had a little crash there, could not get it flipped back over. So on heat 1, ended up with just the 4 laps. So here we go, kicking off heat 2. So obviously this time I know I can get 5 laps. If I just could have finished that last little spot there, that would have been 5. So I know 5 is possible. So I'm trying to pick up the pace this time, go a little bit faster, make sure I get the 5 laps. So far so good. There we go, finishing up lap 1. Trying to work on the cornering a little bit and cut everything a little bit tighter. Yeah, corkscrew is definitely a fun section, a fun little maneuver. Those kind of showed up in some of the regionals or the multi-GP courses this year, but yeah, those maneuvers are a lot of fun. So just finished up lap 2 there, working on lap 3 now. So far so good, maintaining a pretty good pace at this point. Definitely cut that section better on one side anyway. Alright, there we go guys, finishing up another lap. So again, at this point we're still looking good, no crashes. Definitely on pace to get 5 laps. Lap 4. I'm working on lap 5 at this point. All I gotta do is get through that start gate before the time runs out. There we go, so finishing up lap 5 there. So time is probably expiring right around this point. So really all I have to do is just cruise it in here, guys, and I'll actually have 6 laps instead of 5. Notice my battery voltage at this point is starting to flash, so battery's getting critically low. So just trying to coast, get it in there, and yes, can you believe that just happened? So battery started dropping right there, had a little blip, little crash right before I finished my 6th lap there, and unfortunately the grass was just too high for the Baby Hawk. I could not get it back up. So unfortunately, I did not finish the 6th lap, so I ended up with 5 laps here, even though I was only a few feet away from finishing 6. So definitely disappointing heat here, guys. So again, this is heat 2. So heat 1 we've done 4 laps. Heat 2 we've only done 5 laps. But I know at this point I can get 6, so I'm really focusing on getting 6. So here we go, kicking off heat 3. And this time, obviously, all I'm thinking about is getting 6, trying to maintain a good pace, make sure I finish the 5 laps, and then just coast on that 6th lap so I don't kill my battery. This course was a little bit of a battery killer also. It had some pretty big punch straightaways there, like from the start gate to the fence area, and then from the anti-gravity gate to the gravity gate, those were some pretty high punch areas. So that was definitely causing us to use some battery, and getting close to the end there, it was battery voltage is getting really low. Alright, so we finished up lap 1 there, guys. Working on lap 2 now. So far everything's looking good. Just finished up lap 2. Got a good pace going at this point. Running in the probably mid-20s at this point. Up lap 3. Yeah, definitely as I'm going through each time, trying to cut this corkscrew section tighter and tighter, shave off some seconds there, so still looking good. Just finished up lap 4. So at this point, still feel like I've got plenty of time to finish that 5th lap so I can start my 6th. So pushing it here, but also trying to make sure I'm staying consistent. Of course, we've got someone on the course right there. Luckily, I was saw him, was able to avoid him, trying to change my flight path a little bit right there. We just do sneak it in, so I did finish that 5th lap before time expired. So working on lap 6 now. And again, definitely don't want to end up like last time where I crashed. So you can see at this point I've slowed down quite a bit, just coasting it in. Also want to make sure I don't run out of battery before I get to the finish. So at this point, just now starting to flash on the battery, so it's looking like we should be able to get in there and finish up. That looks good. So even have enough battery to fly over to the landing zone. So there we go, guys, with heat 3. Did get the 6 laps, so right now we've got 4, 5, and a 6. So here we go, kicking off heat 4. So obviously, guys, I want to maintain the pace to get another 6. Ideally, I'd like to get 3 6s, so definitely have to do it on heats 3, 4, and 5. So we've done it on 3. So So now we're working on heat 4. So far looking good. Just finished up lap 1. Back to the corkscrew section. And just trying to be consistent, maintain my pace. Here we go, finishing up lap 2. Finishing up the corkscrew now. There we go with lap 3. Working on lap 4 now. At this point, battery voltage is still looking pretty good, so I'm feeling pretty good at this point. Definitely getting through the corkscrew section faster. So there we go, finishing up lap 4. At this point, still have almost a full 30 seconds to finish the 5th lap, so definitely feeling good at this point. Feel like I'm probably 5 to 10 seconds above the pace I was shooting for, so should have no problem getting that 5th lap as long as I don't crash or make any mistakes. Battery voltage starting to flash, so not a good thing, but did just finish up lap 5 there. So at this point you can see my battery voltage is flashing, working on lap 6, so I've noticed that. I'm trying to take it easy. So luckily guys, I was actually able here to finish up this 6th lap. So also heat 5 I was able to get the 6 as well, so I'm not going to show that footage because it's basically just like heat 4. But yeah guys, ended up with 18 laps for the race, 6 on 3, 4, and 5. So again, ended up with 2nd place. Had a great time. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you on the next one.